We're going to taste this Valpolicella Ripasso today. We'll pretend it's 5 o'clock. Valpolicella Ripasso is from the Veneto region in the north of Italy. And this wine is made in a really interesting process. It takes the Amarone grapes, which are the grapes that make Amarone, obviously, which is a very full-bodied, big, expensive red wine. So the cool thing about Valpolicella Ripasso is you get the flavor of Amarone, but in a lot less expensive bottle. And how they do that is they pass the grape juice over the Amarone grapes, which have already been concentrated and have a lot of fruit flavors. They pass the grape juice over that for making the Valpolicella Ripasso. So it's repassed over drier, riper grapes to get the flavors without the age and the quality of the grapes. So typically when I buy a Valpolicella Ripasso, I'm expecting a lot of ripe fruit flavors, a lot of ripe berry flavors. But the interesting thing about this one is it's not super fruit forward, which I really like. It has really good tannins, it has really good structure. It's on the fuller side of the wines that we carry. It's 13.5% alcohol, but it's still light and can pair with like a pasta dish, charcuterie board, you know, a lighter like grilled chicken dish. You don't have to have it with a steak to hold up to it. Do you want to try some, babe?
Sure.
So you can tell even by the color, it's not as deep in color as a typical Valpolicella Ripasso. You can even like smell the tannins, and then it's not like super fruit forward, which I love about this wine because you still get the body and you get great complexity and flavor without the like jamminess that you would typically get from a Valpolicella Ripasso. I could open up with it, but it's really good. So I just opened this bottle up, and it could definitely use some oxygen to kind of aerate it and open it up. So you'll see people swirl their glass. Woo! Getting fun over here. So that's why you'll see people swirl their glass, because you can tell when you first open a bottle, especially with red wine, and it tastes like tight in flavor. It's usually because it just needs a bit of oxygen to aerate and like let those flavors open up. Yeah. And don't be afraid, especially with a younger wine like this, like with an older wine that's been aged for years, you're gonna find that you have sediment on the bottom of the bottle. That kind of wine, you wouldn't wanna do a hard, like fast pour where you're almost like dumping it because you wanna leave the sediment in the bottle. But with a younger red wine like this, you actually kind of benefit from pouring it pretty hard because as you're pouring it, it aerates it. So don't be afraid to like glug that wine.